Hello and welcome to All the Board and a brand new week. Here we are at the proper start of the Easter holidays. I don't know what you've got planned, but if you are looking for something to do consider the boardroom, our dedicated games room with 300 plus board game titles and RPG titles for you to play. It's £3 per person for a 3 hour session, and you can upgrade that with as a pound per person for each additional hour, or with our passes to make it a little bit cheaper. If you're arriving as a group, you get a few drinks for free as well on that one. If you are looking for some new games as well, then do watch out, because today's product highlights, we will be focusing on some of our more popular family games, given that we are here in the Easter holidays, where hopefully you wonderful people get to spend more time with your families around you. So before we dive into that part of it, I just want to go on about the map library from Roll and Play Press. This is a amazing catalogue of 100 maps for use in your RPG campaigns. I use them for all of my D&D campaigns now, and it literally has everything I could need in it. A whole bunch of different biomes. You've got coastal, you've got Arctic, you've got forest, jungle, desert, rocky, a whole range of stuff. And then even within those, you've got urban and rural maps as well. So you have a little countryside village or a town centre, market, underground lairs, mines, the list goes on really. All highly, highly detailed. They are reversible maps as well, so they are front and back. They are wipe clean, so you can use your dry erase markers on them. Just an absolute fantastic collection that I can thoroughly recommend to anyone who is looking to either upgrade their map collection, or you're perhaps just starting out your journey as a dungeon master or games master and you're looking for some maps. This is going to be a worthwhile investment at $54.95. I do appreciate that. See, that price sounds a lot, but when you break it down over the maps, you're looking at just over 50p per map. And then once you break that down even further, the amount of times that you're going to use this, even within one campaign, it really does start breaking down those maps into pennies. So sort of very much an investment into your Dungeons and Dragons games, your RPG games. As I said, I cannot praise this enough. I use my copy all the time now. I run 3 campaigns a week, and I use them for those. When we start some of our other one-shots, which I'll be running as well, they'll be being used for that. So this comes highly recommended. A lot of our regulars use this as well, so it really does the job, and then some. If you are after these, we only have a handful of them left. We've had a bit of a rush on these, so I would advise sooner rather than later to get it at a fantastic price of $54.95. That is the map library from Roll and Play Press. So on to this week's product highlights. So we are going to start, as always, with this week's game of the week, and here we have gone for Miller Zoo. So some of you out there, it's the Easter holidays, no doubt you're going to go to the zoo. Here we've got Wigham Wildlife Park, which is almost just down the road from us. We also have a rare breed centre in Tenterden, which is just outside Ashford. So a bit of a journey for us, but we've got some wonderful wildlife parks around here. And no doubt, once you've been to the wildlife park, it's all that's going to be on the kids' minds for the rest of the day, in the evening as well, talking about all the wonderful animals that they've seen. What better way to replicate that and keep their interest going than a board game about that very same thing? Miller Zoo is based on a real-life zoo. It's a cooperative game, and it will present you different challenges as you progress through the game. There's a whole variety of challenges to meet and complete. You'll all be working together to make sure all the animals are housed in their different habitats, and that all of the problems that occur, animals being bored and need entertaining, they need foods, they need medicine, and so on and so forth, that every round you're able to look after all of the animals. When you complete that challenge, you then get an envelope, you open that one up, and it will tell you what the next challenge is. Now, the great thing with this is that, one, it's a very light rule set, so parents, kids, you'll be playing this in no time whatsoever. 2, it gives you endless replayability. You'll get new animals, new decks that you'll use instead of the old ones, and you also have a variety of challenges to complete. The back of the board has a sticker chart where you'll be placing different stickers, so you can go back and try to complete that challenge and see if you can get that last sticker from a different challenge. It also introduces people to sort of legacy and campaign play without being too heavily focused on that. So in terms of sort of like legacy and campaign games, generally, not in a negative way, they can be quite cumbersome. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of choices to make. It all branches off this way, that and the other. This really kind of like dips its toe into that kind of thing. But again, so it gives you challenges to complete. And once you've completed them, great. And then you can move on. You can pick up a new deck and play with the new deck of animals. Or you can go back and revisit an old one, because let's be honest, it's always a challenge in these games. You don't know the way that the cards will fall each time, so there's always something to play for in this. But a game that I can thoroughly recommend. I've played probably about 2/3 of this in the playthrough that I'm doing, and yes, it's light. Not something that I personally normally pick up, but I've been having such a blast with this. So I can thoroughly recommend to any family that's just looking for a really good game to play with the kids around the table. As I said, it's Easter holidays. No doubt a lot of you will be going to the zoo, so I can recommend this as a lovely little pick-me-up once they've been taken away from the animals and brought home again. And it's at a great price of $19.95 as well. So it doesn't even break the bank for that. So that is Miller Zoo, this week's Game of the Week. And then next in our product highlight, we've got a variety of games. Some of these we've had in for quite a while, become mainstays. Others are a bit newer, but these are sort of like the core of our sort of family games, our family offerings, sort of more contemporary stylings. So first we have got Marvelous. So this is a lovely little fun strategy game where you are trying to get sort of matching sets of marbles. So you've got a grid here, and then you've got these cards here which have got different combinations of marbles, and this is what you're trying to achieve. Really good fun. You'll be picking them out of here, you'll be rolling them into your tray in order to try and create these patterns. If you enjoy things like some of the other games that we'll mention, Quirkle, Match Madness, any kind of like sort of pattern building, pattern recognition game, then this is definitely one that I can thoroughly recommend to you. And again, $19.95, an absolute bargain for a great family game. Next one we've got is Match Madness. So in this one, a very simple game. You're all given a block, a set of 5 blocks. These blocks have all got different shapes on each side, and then someone will turn over the top card, flip it over, and then it's a race to complete the cards that is presented before everyone. First one to do so collects the cards, and then you start again with the next one. Basically, just work your way through. You can work to a preset amount, the first one to 5, or whoever gets through the deck. You count up whoever's got the most, however you kind of really want to play that. But yeah, just really good fun. A great one for the kids. I love pattern recognition games and games sort of like with colour and shapes and things like that. Just makes it sort of like very good for learning, I guess. You know, sort of like all that kind of like logical puzzle thinking. Really good fun, and it's nice, colourful, it's robust, it's tactile as well. So there's a lot of properties going into this game that I absolutely love. Same with these other ones here as well. But it's a lovely game. By the way, all of these are in our library before I move any further. So if you do like the look of them, you want to try them out, do come on down and give that a go. Just a lot of fun. Then the next two, both from Mindware, we have got Skipperty and we have got Quirkle. Now, Quirkle has the distinction of being one of, if not the best-selling game in the shop. We go through these like nothing else, and it's easy to see why. It's just a fantastic tile-laying game. It's sort of reminiscent of Rummy Cub and Scrabble. You'll be picking tiles, you'll be laying them down on the table in front of you, and you'll be trying to create matching groups of colours or matching groups of shapes. There's 6 colours, there's 6 shapes, and that's what you're basically trying to do. As you extend the different lines in different ways, you will score points for that. So the more that you extend a line, which can go from 1 up to 6, then you score those points. But you can also create extra lines. So this blue going in here, for example, is going to score you this line, and perhaps start something off elsewhere as well. So just really, really good fun. And what I love with this is that you've got this little example on the back here. These 3 things here are effectively how the game is played. So that is in essence your rules right on the back there, which I absolutely love for a family game. Nice, easy, just dive in and get playing. So this is available to buy now, $23.95, and Skipperty over here at $24.95 is a newer edition from Mindware, but still really, really good fun. Can thoroughly recommend this if you've enjoyed Quirkle, if you enjoyed other similar games, or if you enjoyed traditional games like checkers, because this one is to checkers what Quirkle is to Scrabble. So in this one, you start with all of these square spaces filled up, except for the 4 in the middle. These are going to be acting as gaps so that you can actually start making your jumps. And then all you'll be doing is you'll be jumping over pieces, as many as you can if the game allows you to. So hopefully a minimum of 1, maybe 2, 3, or if you're lucky, 4. And then you'll be adding them to your piles around the edge of the board. What you're aiming to do is to collect as many of each colour as possible, and optimally try to collect an equal amount of each of them, because at the end of the game you're going to score 1 point for each complete set of 5 colours. So if you've got 4 orange, 4 yellow, 4 green, 3 blue and 5 red, for example, then you're only going to score 3 points because you only have 3 blue. So you kind of want to make sure that you're collecting everything as evenly as possible, rather than just gunning for one colour, because that will not win you points. Really, really good fun. As I said, it's like just a nice twist on a sort of classic board game mechanism. And again, a really, really good one for the kids, great for the family. All of these games just super tactile as well. Easy rules to get to the table, and plays in less than 30 minutes as well. So if you're just looking for something quick, maybe a game to set them down before dinner, or maybe you've just played a really long game, you're looking for something quick in between, or you've only got time for a game, or even you enjoyed it, you just want to play this one game all night, so about 10 to 30 minutes for most of these for a single gameplay. So that is Skipperty, Quirkle, and at the front, Match Madness and Marvellous, with of course Miller Zoo, this week's game of the week. So on to our events. So with our events, everything this week is running as normal. Of course, the games room is open, as we mentioned at the start of this video, during our daytime hours as well, and you can book those via our website. If you just go to boardathomegaming.co.uk and then find the book online, you can book via there, and that will tell you all of the available slots that we have during our daytime hours. You're also able to book our evenings on Wednesdays and Fridays as well via the booking form. If you prefer to just do it face to face, we do ask just to give us a call just to make sure that we do have the space for you. But you can book sort of any way that feels comfortable to you. Then on Sunday, as part of our rotating schedule, we have got our next Blood on the Clock Tower event. Super excited for this one. It's a very, very social event. So if you are looking for something that gets you sort of up and talking and mingling with people. It's definitely one that I can thoroughly recommend. We always have a good time with it. We usually have about 15 spaces for it. It's sort of like a good number for the game. So if you are thinking about joining us, do make sure that you get in touch to book that. We would hate to have to turn you away at the door. So do make sure you get in touch with us to get that booked in. And finally, with our monthly event, you may have seen a couple of weeks ago a Cryptic D&D Adventures coming up. Well, I can give you a little bit more about that, and we will be starting a new monthly event for Dungeons and Dragons. This one is going to be set up for those people who either want to play D&D and have not played before, or you want to play D&D and you just can't commit to a regular time. You can't commit to a weekly or sort of a fortnightly campaign, and so this is going to kind of sit in there to kind of fill that void for people that want to get in those games but can't. We will be starting that very shortly, so do keep an eye out. We're going to be modelling it after the Pathfinder Society, which has done really well for us. So I'm just sort of going through the process of sort of aping the structure of Pathfinder Society and just moulding it for our very own D&D adventures. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, do drop a comment below. Let us know. Also on Discord or our social media, any of our social media pages, Facebook for example. But we're super excited about that one. So yeah, if you're interested, do let us know. Register that interest as soon as possible, so we know kind of what we're putting ourselves into for this one. That is pretty much everything for this week, though. If you do have any questions about anything discussed within the video, or indeed anything within the shop, do let me know. Always happy to answer any queries that you may have. But for now, thank you for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the boardroom.